In this tutorial video, I am going to explain how to upload a final executable binary file into Tiva 4C microcontroller using an open source tool called OpenOCD. To follow along with this tutorial, make sure that you understand how to create an executable binary file from your C or uh, C++ program. For Windows user, make sure that MinGW or any Linux equivalent terminal is installed in your system. First step is to download OpenOCD from its official website. To do so, just enter OpenOCD on your Google search. You'll get an result. Just follow the first link. You will then redirect it to OpenOCD's web page. As you can see, OpenOCD stands for Open On-Chip Debugger. This tool is used for debugging as well as flashing the binary file into microcontroller. It supports various kind of microcontroller. So to get the tool, you just click on this Getting OpenOCD link. It will get you to this web page. Uh, this have one section called unofficial binary packages. Uh, Follow this link to get OpenOCD for Windows, Linux, or Mac OS. Just click on the link. This link will redirect you to the official Git repo of the OpenOCD. Select the uh, package depending upon your operating system. In my case, I'm going to select the Win32 version, which is for Windows 10. If you click on it, it will start downloading. As you can see, I already have the file downloaded, so I will skip this part. Now the OpenOCD zip file should be downloaded. Unzip the file so you can access the folder. Open the folder. You can see various files in that folder. So for now, this scripts folder is important for us. Just open the folder. The script folders have the configuration scripts for all the boards, chips, and CPUs, as well as for some FPGAs. So for us, we need a script file for our configuration script file for our board. So just open this board folder, search for the script for your board. In our case, our board is TM4C123GXL. So this should be the script for our board. Just copy this script, uh, get back to the OCD folder, get into the bin folder, and paste the script here. Now we need to add this openocd.exe files path to our environment variable. So do so. Copy this path from here, then search for environment variable in your search bar. You will get this result. Click on the first result. Here, this window will be popped. Search for path here. Double click on path. Inside path, these are our all your environment variables path. As you can see, this path already exists in my system, but you will need to add it in your system. So to add the path, just click on new and copy your path here. So I will skip this part as I already have the path, and then after click OK. OK. So this will set your environment variable. To check whether your variables are set correctly, just open a MinGW command prompt. In command prompt, just type OpenOCD. So this command calls this OpenOCD exe file. So after hitting enter, you should be able to see this output. If you face any error, then the path variable are not added correctly. Please try to add them properly again. Now the OpenOCD is completely set up on your system. So, I will now demonstrate how to flash an binary file onto your microcontroller. So for that purpose, we will need an binary file. So I will just paste a binary file, final dot out here. This is a binary file for my program. In some cases, this binary file may have .elf as its file extension. That is also a valid binary file. So to flash this binary file, first you need to connect your board to your system. So I will connect my board to my system. After the board is connected, you need to open an OpenOCD client here. So to do that, just uh, use this command openocd/f and then the name of configuration script that we copied earlier. This is the script, and then press enter. So this will create an local host here at location 3, port location 3333. We need to connect this local host by some other terminal. So we will open one more terminal. In this terminal, you need to open an GDB command prompt. So to open a GDB command prompt, you uh, you you need to have this ARM GDB compiler installed in your system. So just call this command ARM none eabi/gdb.exe final. This here should be your here should be the name of your name of your binary file, and then hit enter. So as you can see, the GDB prompt is opened here, but it is still not connected with our OpenOCD localhost. So to connect our GDB to our localhost, just enter this command target extended dash remote local host colon 3333 and hit enter. So now your GDB is connected to your OpenOCD client. So now the first thing we need to do before flashing our program, we need to halt our processor and reset it. So to reset and halt our processor, we use this command monitor reset init. So this command will reset and halt our processor. So as you can see, our processor is halt now. So at this point, we can flash our binary file. So to flash our binary file, we just need to use this command load followed by our name of our binary file, which is final dot out. So as you can see, this will flash this will flash all the content of this binary file into your microcontroller, and uh, this is as you can see, this shows 428 bytes are written. So that means your program is correctly flashed into the microcontroller. So now our binary file is loaded into our microcontroller. I would like to demonstrate some of the functionalities of this gdb command prompt. So the first and useful functionality is uh, to disassemble any function or any code present in our C file. So for this purpose, I would like to show you the C file that I currently flashed into my microcontroller. So this is the main function. So I will just disassemble this main function using GDB. So what I can do is I just type this command, this SAS. This stands for disassemble, and the name of the function you would like to disassemble. So I will just type main. So this will disassemble the main function. So as you can see, this is the disassembly of the main function. So this is one of the useful command for GDB. Another useful command is to is for viewing the content of any memory location. So let's say we take any random memory location from this disassembly of our C code. So so let's take this location. So what we can do to see the content of this location, we can type x slash wx. Wx stands for W write and X for hexadecimal. So I will take this memory location, which is 0x1c36, 0x1c36. So this will show the content of that memory location. So this is the content of this memory location, but we does not understand uh, anything by looking at this random hexadecimal value. So what we can do, we can also look at the same value as an ARM instruction. So to do that, just include x slash I and the memory location. So as you can see, if we use this command, we are able to see the ARM instruction present at this location, and we can cross reference it here also, that the command is similar. So these are some few functionalities of GDB terminal that is important for us. There are few more, but we will not get into that. Mm, thank you.